Alright, we got our little station set up. I have a small 8x10 canvas. First I'm going to show you a few finished examples of what we're going for here. We're going for like a marbled effect in the paint. This one here is just blue and black. It's a little glare on it, but you can kind of see, you know, what we're going for there. Here's another one. This one has a multitude of colors on it. This one's my favorite. It's really cool. But you can just see how the paint is all just kind of swirled and marbled together. And first things first, you pick your colors. And today I have picked warm colors. I've got all neon colors as well. I've got red, orange, another orange, and yellow. And that's what I'm going to be using. And mostly you won't really need any tools, but when I do use tools for these, I use like a plastic palette knife, you know. Just it's easy to work with, and plus you don't get any brush stroke looks. I'm going to put some of the red and orange down first, and you just kind of want to pour it on there directly from the bottle any way you like, and just kind of get it all across the canvas. You want to get a lot of paint on there because you're going to want it to run when you pick up the canvas. Throw some yellow. Oh, I'm running out of yellow. There we go. Seems like a big clop, but we'll work with it. Maybe throw a little more red on there just to break up the yellow a little bit. You're going to want to pop the air bubbles if you get any. It's the bottom of the bottle. Sometimes you'll get that. And when you pick up the canvas, if you don't have enough paint on there, don't be afraid to put more on there. It's running a little bit now, but I might go ahead and throw some more on. Just so you really get that swirling going on. Put some more orange. Put some around the edges there. Don't be afraid to get a little messy with it. It's painting. Of course you're going to get a little dirty. Try and get some of this yellow out. And again with the red. Like I said, don't be afraid to have a lot of paint on the canvas. You want to cover the whole thing, really. Pop those air bubbles, big ones. It's kind of slow at first, but once it really gets going, it's really fun to just mess with and play with. See, even it's running off the sides already. Sometimes you could shake it a little, make it run a little faster. And just keep turning it so it all keeps running in different directions and moving the paint. And don't be afraid to get it on the edges either. That's why we got a covered surface down here in case it drips down, because you want to even cover like the little sides here if you're working with a wood frame canvas. And basically, you can just keep adding paint and swirling this around in every which way to just get, you know, the desired effect, and never be afraid to add more paint. Oops, I grabbed the wrong orange there. I like the little stringy ones. They get cool patterns in there. I'd say this is looking pretty good so far. Stir up these clumps a little bit. And keep in mind, these do take a while to dry just because the paint is so thickly coated on there because we just poured it directly onto the canvas. So you're going to want to let it dry at least overnight. I think I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. It's not as... I'm gonna go ahead and throw some more paint on here. Maybe try and really milk this yellow. And you know, sometimes I do like leaving a little white space in the back, but it's like, it's totally up to you. You could even pre-paint the canvas like a solid color or like a few different colors even for a background. Because unless you really want to get super messy, you're not going to cover the whole thing in the running paint. But yeah, I kind of like the white look behind it. Remove that little. And you can almost kind of control the patterns if you try hard enough by rotating it in certain ways. which I think is really fun. I think it's fun to like try and make spirals on them sometimes. That's always cool. I think this one is pretty much almost done. Just gonna shake it around a little more. Maybe get it to go over this side a little more. Have it run down. It's smeared. Sometimes when you get like little clumps of paint, it'll take a lot with it and smear it, but you can like shake it back into place and it'll kind of go back over that smear and get rid of it almost, but it don't look too bad. Sometimes it looks really cool, sometimes it just turns into a weird color, you know. But I think this is looking good. Sometimes I like to add black to them. I don't know if I want to add black to this one or not, because I really like the color combination as it is. It's very bright and groovy looking, kind of psychedelic almost. Just want to cover up that smeared spot a little more. Don't really care for it. Pop these air bubbles. I'm only getting them with the yellow. It's running low. Alright, well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video and took something from it. Happy painting!